All right, y'all. Before I get into the video giving y'all my QB picks of the week, I just want to let all my subscribers know and people who watching this video, man. Sports Brotherhood would like to play you, man. If you would like to play Sports Brotherhood, email your Draftkings gamer tag at sportsbrotherhood@gmail.com or comment below on any of my videos. Now I'm about to hit y'all with like 10 straight videos. I'm not playing. 10 straight videos getting you ready for Sunday, man. So if you would like to play Sports Brotherhood, man, I want to play my fans. You know, I'm gonna start off the first couple contests free, but I feel like as the season continue and we get a nice group of people, I feel like we can kind of all collaborate on a prize. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might just do giveaways like a Sports Brotherhood t-shirt or hat, or I might feature you on the channel. You never know. But yeah, like I say, if you want to play Sports Brotherhood this Sunday, email me your gamer tag. It's invite only. Only 10 spots and it's invite only. It's a private one. I didn't want to do no live one because I didn't want a whole bunch of bots or I ain't want a whole bunch of randoms hopping in our tournament, man. So like I say, if you want to play Sports Brotherhood this Sunday, please, y'all, email me your gamer tag at sportsbrotherhood@gmail.com or comment below your gamer tag and I'm going to invite you. Do it soon, y'all. Only 10 spots. Peace. What's good, YouTube? Sports Brotherhood bringing you nothing but heat, man. And we just gave you the DFS Week 2 stars of the week. And now I want to give you the fades, man. These are players that I would not recommend you to pick. You can, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you. It's your money. But I'm not trying to really, you know what I'm saying, get you away from picking them, but I'm just going to give you some information to why I don't feel like they'll be good picks. Now, I could be wrong. You never know. With DFS, is really unpredictable, but I feel like I got a pretty good handle, you know what I'm saying, based off my research and just based off these matchups, man. So let's get into this. The first position, I'm at the first player I would fade, and I'm going to give y'all a player from each position, so don't worry about that. The first player I would fade from the quarterback position is a value pick, man. Now this pick provided value last week, and that is the number one thing about fantasy. You are always looking for the value, but I feel like the value won't be here in week 2 for him. No one other than Shawn Kaiser, man. I picked him last week. He gave me 20 Draftkings points, basically, which is good performance for his salary. That was at $4,800. Obviously, a decent performance against Pittsburgh. He went up 3,000, but fade him this week, man. The value was not here. We know that Baltimore embarrassed Andy Dalton, made him throw 3 NOs, and Andy Dalton is pretty elite. You know, he's top 10, top 5 quarterback in the league. So it's kind of like common sense, man. If they at home and if they can do that to Andy Dalton, I only can imagine what's going to happen to Kaiser. You know, it's not really his fault. It's just the circumstances. It's a road game. His first road game, and it's different from a college, you know what I'm saying, college road game. The intensity in NFL world game is 2 different levels, and we don't know. Maybe he adjusts as good, maybe he don't. But your first road game against the best defense, basically ranked in fantasy defense, it's pretty hard, man. He just has limited weapons. You know, I know he got the tight end Barnage and he got Corey Coleman, but overall, I just feel like he won't have the weapons he need to really be productive this game, man. So if you're looking for that value, Shawn Kaiser is not there this week, man. I would definitely fade him, man. Next, the running back I would fade this week is no other than Le'Veon Bell. Oops, my bad. Now I know y'all probably like, damn, why would you fade Le'Veon? He's the highest price, but when it comes to highest price, you have to really get that value. You know what I'm saying? And with him being basically 10,000, for us to get a real good value, he has to damn near give us 30 to 40 fantasy points. And in this matchup against Minnesota, man, I just don't see it. We know Minnesota has a good front 8, and he kind of, I would say we might not see a good Le'Veon, like a good Le'Veon Bell performance like last year, maybe until week 5, week 4ish, because he did miss the whole training camp with the contract issue. And I think it's true, man. You really have to be in training camp and be practicing and really get some of that pad work, you know what I'm saying, and really be in football shape before you can really get back to your old self. So I wouldn't be too high on Bell this week. The Minnesota is just too too good at the front. Hey, I'm not saying they're the best, but you can kind of look at this game and tell that Big Ben and his passing game will probably be more effective than Le'Veon's run game this week. So, yeah, I would definitely fade Bell this week, man. Wide receiver that I would fade, not him. Wide receiver I would fade, man. OBJ, man. Now, he's usually a good fantasy pick, but this week is not the week for him. I wouldn't really mess with players who got an injury or coming off an injury. In a lot of sports, sometimes you take the risk a player may be lower price because they're coming off an injury, or you may think low ownership because a lot of people won't touch an injury, but people not touching it for a reason, man. Especially an ankle injury for a wide receiver. If it was maybe something else, you know what I'm saying, that didn't affect his game, but we know that's how the wide receivers make their money. That's how the wide receivers make their money, through their legs and their knees. So I wouldn't even touch OBJ, man. They held him out a week one for a reason. If he was at least 50%, 60%, they would have played him week one. So you have to really take that into account, man. It was a reason they held him out. And then even if he does play, I don't think he would be that effective. The ankle injury is something touchy, so I think he'll be a little hesitant on re-injuring his ankle or getting it rolled or stepped on. So I don't think we would see the sharp cuts and then the explosiveness we used to seeing from Beckham, man. And then I think he would kind of be used as a decoy this game. A lot of teams know against the Giants you have to stop Odell, but they have acquired Brandon Marshall and have a pretty nice performing third receiver in Shepard. I think I pronounced his name. I think it's Shepard. My bad if I didn't. So I feel like OBJ will really just be used as a decoy this game, man. I think Lions will give a lot of attention to him, which will open up a lot of targets for Brandon and Shepard, just because they probably will have either one-on-one or some deep zone coverage because they want to prevent OBJ from going off. So, yeah, I would definitely fade him this week, man. Maybe another week once he get healthy, but not week 2, man. No OBJ for me week 2. Now, the tight end position I would fade is a pretty consistent guy, but just based off his matchup this week, I wouldn't put my hands on him. And, okay, there you go. My boy Jason Witten, man. Now, Jason Witten is usually pretty consistent. He has good chemistry with Dak Prescott. As you can see, he had 9 targets last game, and that's, that's high for a tight end, but we usually see Witten within the 5 to 9 target range each game. But this week, man, going up against a tough defense in the Denver Broncos, man, we see Denver ranks 4th against tight ends, so they just don't allow tight ends to get a lot of points, man. It's kind of common sense because we know that they have a good defense overall, but mainly a good run defense. They only allowing 64 yards rush, and how that affects Witten is because that means they have good linebackers, and most of the time, good linebackers usually can keep a tight end in check, man. They're not going against no weak linebackers, or even with the loss of their safety war, I feel like Broncos still have decent safety play. So this week, man, at tight end position, I would definitely fade Jason Witten. He's not going to be that consistent Witten we used to this week. Maybe next week against a different opponent, but against Denver, I wouldn't play him, man. It's up to y'all, though. And last but not least, the defense I would fade this week is the Carolina Panthers, man. 3,600, not bad at all, but I just don't like the matchup, man. I don't like the matchup at all. They're going against a Buffalo team that has Tyrod and McCoy and Clay, so it's not like they're going against San Francisco. That shutout we seen last week, I highly doubt we'll see it again. And I'm not saying that Buffalo has the greatest offense, but when you're looking at and breaking down this game, we know Carolina defense hasn't been the same since they lost Josh Norman. I don't know what happened, but when it comes to playing elite opponents, as we've seen last year, their defense just hasn't been stepping up like they did the year they went to the Super Bowl. So I feel like we can expect, decent games from Tyrod and McCoy, and, maybe even breakout games, depending on really how this defense play. But I would fade them this week, man. I think it's just Buffalo run game, I think, is just too good, man. And I think they're going to struggle really trying to slow down that quarterback running back combo of McCoy and Tyrod, man. I think the Panthers really a struggle. So this your boy Sports Brotherhood, man. These are the fades. These are my week 2 fades. And like, comment, subscribe, man. And remember, definitely comment below. I want to know if y'all like the stars and the fades, man. I want to know, because if y'all like them, I'm gonna keep bringing y'all more, because I feel like this is just more info. You know, the more info, the better, and it's giving you a different look, man. So definitely check them out, man. Y'all hit that notification.